America is full of strange stories. Some are mysteries, some are crimes, and some things even the investigators still cannot explain. Today's story comes from a quiet town in Kansas, a place where everyone knows everyone, and nothing unusual ever happens. But in the summer of 2019, one house on Willow Creek Road became the center of the most disturbing case the town had ever seen. This is the story of the silent house and the family that vanished without a trace. The perfect American family. Willow Creek was a small, peaceful suburb in Topeka, Kansas. The Miller family moved there in 2017. David Miller, 41, a high school science teacher. Laura Miller, 38, a nurse. Even, 14. Sophie, 10. They were the kind of family people liked immediately. Friendly, calm, hardworking. Neighbors saw David mowing the lawn every Saturday, Laura walking the dog in the evenings, and the kids playing basketball in the driveway. But something changed in early 2019. The Millers started acting differently. Laura stopped talking to neighbors. David stopped attending school events. The kids were rarely seen outside. People assumed they were going through normal family issues. But then, strange things began happening around their home. Lights flickering at a.m., doors slamming on their own, voices heard from inside when the family wasn't home. Most people ignored it, until the night everything changed. The 911 call on August 14, 2019, exactly 2:13 a.m. A 911 operator received the call from a terrified child. A whispering voice said, "Please, someone is in our house." Before the operator could respond, the line went silent. Police arrived at the Miller house within 7 minutes. The front door was wide open. The living room lights were on, but the entire house was empty. The family had vanished. No signs of forced entry, no struggle, no blood, nothing. The only strange thing, all the clocks in the house had stopped at 2:12 a.m. The investigation begins. Detective Hannah Cole, one of the most experienced officers in Topeka, took the lead. Her team searched the house for 48 hours. They found all 4 phones left charging in the kitchen, dinner plates still on the tablet paused on a weather report. Sophie's favorite teddy bear lying on the stairset looked as if the family had vanished in the middle of their everyday life. But then the police found something in the basement, a small room, locked from the outside. Inside, there were soundproof walls, a camera facing the center of the room, and dozens of notes on the floor. Notes written by David Miller. The last note said, "If you're reading this, it hurt us." Pollock had no idea what that meant.
Medgar security camera. Days later, a neighbor brought forward a security camera recording from the night of the disappearance. At 2:11 a.m., the camera showed the Miller house completely dark. At 2:12 a.m., all lights turned on instantly. At 2:13 a.m., the front door opened slowly. And then, there was movement, but not people. A tall shadow-like figure appeared at the door. Thin, long arms, no visible face. It stood still for 7 seconds, then walked away from the house. Without making a sound, police believed the footage was corrupted, but the neighbor swore it was real. Laura's journal. During a deep search of the master bedroom, investigators found Laura's personal journal hidden behind a drawer. Entries from 2019 were disturbing. David says something is watching us. The footsteps in the hallway are getting louder. Evan says the tall man stands in the corner of his room. We need help, but it's already inside. Her final entry, dated August 13, one day before they vanished. Read, "The house is not safe. We tried to leave, but it follows us. If something happens to us, it wasn't human." This changed the entire direction of the investigation. A break in the case. 3 weeks later, a hiker in the Redwood Forest of California, more than 1,500 miles away, reported seeing a young girl matching Sophie's description. When authorities checked the area, they found a piece of Sophie's pink jacket, footprints matching a child and 2 adults, a campsite with burned journals. DNA confirmed that the materials belonged to the Millers. But there were 5 sets of footprints, for human, and 1 extremely large, almost animal-like. Officials ruled it inconclusive. The final discovery in October 2019, a forest ranger discovered a cabin deep inside the woods. It had no electricity, no water, no road leading to it. Inside the cabin were children's drawings, a broken phone, a torn family photo of the Miller, sand on the wall, scratched words, "It found us again." There was also a video camera. The last recording was only 14 seconds long. The lens was pointed at the front door. At 3:19 a.m., the door opened, and a tall shadow figure stepped inside. The video ended instantly. No footage of the family, no evidence of where they went. After that day, no trace of the Millers was ever found. Their case remains one of the most chilling unsolved disappearances in modern U.S. history. Conclusion narrator. Some say the Millers were running from a dangerous person. Some believe they were victims of something supernatural. Others think they staged their own disappearance. But the truth is, no one knows what happened inside that house on Willow Creek Road. The clocks, the shadow figure, the journals, the cabin. Every clue leads to more questions and no answers. What happened to the Miller family? Where did they go? And what was the thing that seemed to follow them? Maybe the Millers are out there somewhere. Maybe the truth is far darker than anyone believes. And maybe the silent house is still waiting for its next family.